Marriage license chaos. The feds get an ally against John Wiley Price, and Hollywood goes to war against a man with a comb over. That means it's time for the fastest 4 minutes in TV news. The Fox 4 with radio talk show host Ben Ferguson. All right, Ben, I want to get right to some of the stories. Presidential candidate Donald Trump essentially fired by NBC. His shows, pageants dropped, several networks. His clothing line at Macy's today. I think you got the last jacket from the Trump line there, Ben.
I'm not sure who I judge more. Macy's for carrying Donald Trump in the first place, or anyone that buys a tie that has the last name Trump on it.
Hey, we know the businessman Trump is a survivor. How about the politician?
Look, this is a reality TV show that's on a tour, and people are loving it because Donald Trump is honestly filling a void right now. There are a lot of people in the GOP that are playing it very safe. He's being very blunt. People love watching a train wreck. They love reality TV. This guy gives you all that and includes politics in it. So, you know, he knows exactly what he's doing right now. He's going to play the victim card, saying he's being picked on because he's the only one being blunt enough to say what's wrong. A lot of people are liking it, but I also think this is going to be a flash in the pan. It'll be very quick, and I think he'll come tumbling down probably because of his own words and his own doing here.
Yeah, any publicity is good publicity.
If you're Donald Trump,
bad, right? Yeah. And he can, I suppose, use, you know, the liberal media as a foil for a while. NBC fired me. I mean, that'll play with some conservatives.
What's funny is if you look at Donald Trump's record, he actually has given more money to Democrats than he's ever given a Republican. He supported more Democratic candidates than Republican candidates. I've been saying this for a while. Look at his actual record and what he supported and who he supported. He's not a conservative GOP guy. I think he fits better there than against Hillary Clinton. And I think he loves going after Hillary. But again, you got Chris Christie that just joined this race. I think that's going to take a lot of the wind out of the sail of Donald Trump. And I think these other candidates are going to start ganging up on him. He's got a lot of dirty laundry, a lot of bankruptcies, and a lot of things that people are going to start hitting him on. I think you'll see him come tumbling down.
All right, let's move to same-sex marriage.
Yeah.
I'm going to read you an email obtained by the Star-Telegram, and it says, why didn't Abbott say the state of Texas will not issue same-sex marriages licenses? If you want to sue the state. Instead, he hung us all out to dry, threw us all under the bus. And guess who wrote that?
Who wrote it?
Shelby County Clerk Jennifer Fountain, speaking for a lot of county clerks in Texas. A lot of similar emails. How did everybody know the same-sex ruling was coming down except the state leaders?
Look, I think there's two plays here. One, he's playing to the base and he's saying, I'm at least going to act as if I'm fighting against same-sex marriage. And the second thing I think is also, this is the way for Texas to be able to say, we disagree with you taking away states' rights, and we should have the right in each state to decide what we want to do here. So I think this is the last kind of way of form of protest. I think a lot of the backers and supporters are going to like him for doing this. I do think it puts these court clerks in an awkward situation.
They're not attorneys. They're not attorneys. Right. And here the attorney for Texas says, refuse to grant licenses if you get sued. Somebody will step up and represent you. Basically, good luck. I mean, I feel like maybe some of these clerks do feel like they've been hung out.
Well, I mean, what an awkward situation for you to be in if you're a county court clerk and you're one of these individuals that's in charge. I would not like to be in their shoes. Ultimately, I think eventually you're going to see all of them start giving them out. Some may even quit over it. Some may claim religious reasons, which are very understandable from my perspective. But ultimately, I think this is kind of Texas saying one more time, hey, we should have the right to decide the issue of marriage in our state, and you took that away from us.
Right. All right. Final thought on that one. The Hood County clerk who was saying she was instilling her religious liberty on the entire office backed off and said individuals can kind of do what they want. Finally, the government cut a deal with a bribe payer, admitted bribe payer, who's going to testify against County Commissioner John Wiley Price. What do you think that means to the big picture?
I think that John Wiley Price is in serious trouble. I think that he should be in trouble. I honestly can't believe he still even has his job, and I think there should be reforms there. When you get indicted, you shouldn't be able to just hang out and chill and vote and be involved in all these things. But I think this is a very bad day for not only him, but all of his associates that are involved in this. And I think this is a good thing for, honestly, the people in Dallas, because this is important. When you have someone that is corrupt, they should be busted for being corrupt. And that's what it looks like is going to happen here, so I'm glad.
He might win an election while he's on trial, though.
And that's one of the things that is a head-scratcher here. The fact that there's even a possibility of him winning. There are some people that say, I'm standing by him because he's been good for me or my ideas. Well, if he's been taking bribes and corruption has been involved, is he really good for you? And this is where you have politics that I just don't understand sometimes. There are people that will ultimately, and we see this all over the country, they will stand by somebody if they like him, even if they committed a crime. time, and the voters are going to get what they paid for. And if they want a corrupt person, then vote for him again.
All right, it's going to be really interesting if the trial is ongoing while the election starts. It'll be crazy and fun to cover news-wise. All right, Ben, thank you.